Diane Weinches, Red Deer City Councillor. So today is a wonderful day for Red Deer and District Labour Council and Central Alberta Labour. We have a historical disc that took a few years of thinking and people rolling up their sleeves and support and dollars to make it happen, but there's now a permanent labour piece for Red Deer historians, for citizens to recognize important, poignant Labour Days in our community and understanding and recognizing our history.
So what we're looking at is the Red Deer Labour Disc. I was the designer for the disc. They approached me back in 2009 to help them design it. Initially it was bench and table, and then we went to the disc idea. We got it all together, then they sold the building it was going to be going on. So we had to look for another place for it. The council had to look for another place for it. So it took them a few years.
This project, which was started in 2011, finally comes to fruition 7 years later. And the people who work in it should be congratulated for sticking with it, because they met with all kinds of difficulties. The other significance is that this is the 60th anniversary of the founding of the Red Deer and District Labour Council. Well, at the time that this disc was conceived, I was the director of something called Project 2012, which was a province-wide event that ended up costing hundreds of thousands of dollars to celebrate 100 years of Alberta labour. I came to Red Deer and met with the Red Deer Council, and it was at that time that they decided to go ahead with a project in Red Deer that would help to commemorate 100 years of Alberta labour. I'm going to cut this ribbon to open up this wonderful monument to the people of Red Deer, to the labour movement in Red Deer, labour movement and the people of this province and of Canada.
Karen Ray, Secretary-Treasurer of the Red Deer and District Labour Council. We didn't leave anybody off. We gave the artist a list of our affiliates, and she researched each and every one of them and found a photo on their website or wherever of each and every one of those unions. We have on the disc is images of all of our affiliates. So each one of them is a different occupation: nurses, physiotherapists, telecommunication workers, food industry workers, everybody's there.
I think if you look and reflect upon labour history, you'll always recognize that nothing of great value is ever easy. I reflected in my comments and speech in the Winnipeg General Strike going back to 1919. Workers died. In the Westray mine disaster that happened on the Nova Scotia, workers died. And then out of those fights and struggles, sometimes on the street, that's how change happens. So if you ask me, I think everything is political, whether you work in the boardroom, whether you work in the community, that the political discussions are important with whoever's in power to make change and to make things happen that reflect well upon society and for working women and men and families. I think it's, for me, a reflection that never forget one's history and the struggle that it takes. I often think that if we don't remember our history and a reminder of it, that we are bound to repeat some of the problems of the past. So if we look at our changing economy, our changing world, changing things happening in North America, we should remember what happened and ensure that we're always moving forward and making life better for people in our community, in Alberta and across Canada.